Hey guys, and welcome back. I don't know about you, but it feels like a lifetime ago since we've all been back in the den together. But it feels so good to be back as a team and ready to take on year 13 because we're going to need each other. So, as I always say, but people don't ask this enough, how are you guys and how was your summer?
I'm doing all good. I had a really relaxing summer as kind of a reward for working myself so hard last year and not really having a good break. So that was nice. So we kicked it off we both went to the Lake District.
Yep.
I needed a week just to recover from going to the Lake District. That's behind me. I don't think about that anymore. And I spent the rest of my summer, I guess, just like watching TV.
Yeah.
I binged all of The Handmaid's Tale and depressed myself.
There's a new series coming out soon.
God. I don't think I want to watch it.
But the thing which struggles with me is that obviously I read it for English, and the series is completely different.
So I took the book to the Lake District and read the whole book.
You did, I remember, yeah.
And then I read the Testaments.
Which do you prefer?
I liked the Testaments.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
My mum was like, the Testaments, the sequel, is about basically like when Gilead essentially destroys, and it's so much better than the original. Like that's what I'm doing my NEA on because it's so much better. Everyone's like, no, The Handmaid's the original. I'm like, no.
So that was my summer, and I also was knitting a lot, obviously. So I've started working on Christmas presents.
You are prepared.
So I'm thinking ahead. I've already made for one of my friends. I've made her a whole jumper. And it's
done.
God. It's all done.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I'm feeling quite good.
I think if I could knit, I would knit myself like the jumpers from Harry Potter they get at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
I would get myself one of them.
That's on my queue of things to do.
I bet
you
your queue would be like my queue of books I want to read.
Oh,
your queue for knitting is really massive.
Yeah, it's like you have books, you have knitting patterns.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So how have you been now?
All in all, I'm doing quite well, to be honest. I've had ups and downs, and the stress of exams has got to me, but I feel like my mental health is pretty good at the moment.
It's good,
yeah, it's good. Partly because I had quite a relaxing summer as well. Spent lots of evenings at the beach with
nice.
picnics and.
What's your favourite beach?
I like Overstrand.
Oh yeah, it's quite nice, quiet.
Yeah.
I like the less popular ones.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like when it's all taken up by everyone.
Yeah, same. When you're
I feel like I'm at
this
a theme
is not
park.
enjoyable.
Yeah. And we also went to this place called Exmouth, it's near Exeter, but it's like the Devon coast, and that is one of the nicest beaches I've been to.
Yeah.
It is much nicer than the Norfolk coast, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest.
And apart from that, I just spend a lot of time playing piano.
Working?
And working, I try not to think about that.
No, but you work in Greg's. I'd love to work in Greg's.
I'm not sure you would.
The novelty would wear off.
True. I think my little coffee obsession would become into true. That is true, but...
I mean, there are perks, but it's very stressful.
Like any job. Any job. We had this family fun day on a Sunday, and there was a bouncy castle and face painting. I got my face painted, so I can't complain.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I had to manage bouncy castle for 2 hours, and I was sat there and I was like, this is taking so long. But at the end of the day, it paid for driving and it pays for coffee, so I can't complain.
No.
In the end of the day. I'm going to be honest, when I thought about entering year 13, I thought it'd be so easy. The jump from year 11 to 12 obviously was hard because you're going to new schools and stuff. But I was going to year 13, absolute breeze. Could I be more wrong? No. Oh my God. I came home the first day and was like, Mum, no, I can't do this. Is it too late to drop out? I can't do it. I was like, Mum, no, I can't. And having to adjust back, I think because we all needed such a relaxing summer break, having to go back straight into a routine and think about exams straight away, in a couple of weeks, NEAs in every single one of my subjects, and thinking about what I want to do after sixth form, and it was the worst circus act ever. And I don't know about you, hopefully you guys felt the same, but how was the shift into year 13?
I felt pretty similar to you, to be honest.
Okay,
good. I didn't like that we had exams so soon, because it put a kind of downer on my mind throughout the summer. I was just constantly thinking about it. But computer science NEA it's just a whole It's just like it makes me want to make that noise all the time.
Same.
Yeah.
Or just like come home and scream into a pillow. Either or.
Yeah. Year 13 feels more real than year 12.
Yeah.
Because like it was kind of like a whole new experience in year 12, but we're kind of used to it a little bit more now. I feel like, and it's I don't know. It's just kind of like pressure and things in terms of pathways, university. It kind of feels like it actually has more gravitas what we're doing, to be honest. And in one way that's good, but in one way it's scary.
Very scary.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean,
what about you, Lana?
I did think, I don't know, a lot of dread going into the year because I knew I was capable, and I don't usually tell myself, oh, I can do it. Well, I knew, deep down I knew, okay, I can do this, but it's going to be really, really hard. Yeah. And I don't think I can be bothered. So going back to school, it was really hard. Like the first day, I went home and I slept so well. And just a lot of stress and like guilt as well. Horrible guilt. Just thinking, oh my God, I wasted my whole summer doing things which weren't work. How could I do that to myself?
But in reality,
I'm going to fail everything. Yeah.
In reality, it's not guilt because we did need that break.
Yeah.
But it's just understanding that if we didn't take that break, we would have burnt out by now. So definitely. I think it's just a hard thing of like you said, Earl, about knowing the exams were going to be as soon as we come back. And then having to... I didn't do much over the summer, like in terms of work and revision. But then at the same time, I was like, I need to make sure I'm still ticking over. Because otherwise I'd get there and I don't know anything. But I think it's just year 13 we didn't realise, like you said, it's like the realisation of we're leaving next year. And we need to know what we want to do. And that is just... one of the scariest things, I think.
I mean, I don't know, I felt like for a few years that I'm ready to move on and go and do something else. So obviously coming here, I was hoping, my idea for CNS was I'm going to go, it's just a school. I'm just going to go and then I'll come home and then I'll do other stuff and then I'll go to uni and then everything will be fine. But I really like it. Yeah. And that's almost bad because I wasn't planning on that. But no,
oh my God, I was going to hate it and just leave straight away, but now I don't.
No, but I'm ready to go to uni. And to move out. I've been looking forward to it for way longer than I should have. So I'm quite happy about that. And I'm happy that the exams are over now. I was okay having them straight away going back. Which I know that's an unpopular opinion. I don't like exams in the moment, but I appreciate them in the sense that we do exams so frequently here that when we do our actual exams, they're not going to feel like they will feel exactly how our last ones just felt.
Awful.
It will be awful, but we've done it before.
Yeah, it's not even going to go in there and the fact that we didn't actually do formal GCSEs, so we've never had. These are going to be our first set of proper exams. So the fact that we're doing so many formal sets already is preparation.
But I think it's good, and I think that when I talk to friends in other schools, they are like, "Oh no, I've never done exams." They did one set of exams at the end of last year. And that's
what I mean.
And then they're going to go do their mocks in January. I just think that's ridiculous. I couldn't do that. Yeah. But then I am also thinking, oh my God, we've got January mocks.
Yeah, right near my birthday. I can't wait. Can't wait. Happy 18th. Yeah. But for me, after these exams had finished, it was just the biggest relief. And feeling like I could just get back into a routine, make it seem balanced, and just get back into year 13 and be fine. But I think the hardest thing for me with these exams was the amount of content we had to remember. And obviously it was all of year 12 and then realising this is going to be double, for the end of year 13. And I was like, oh my God. But they felt like the first proper taste because obviously they were going to contribute to UCAS grades and everything. It just seemed more important. And it was a sudden hit of reality. And especially after a 3-hour English exam, which afterwards my back was dead, my hand was dead. I just sat in a bar for hours and was like, oh, got to adjust back. But I wasn't entirely happy with how the exams went, but I'm just taking it now as just to learn what to do next time and how to cope with the content, how to effective revision and properly conquering A-levels. But how do you think the exams went for you two, and has it made you feel any different to next year and the real things?
Well, so first off, 3 hours.
Yes.
3 hours.
Mhm.
Well done. And so I think with my exams, I was dreading geography
Really?
so much because it's the writing. I just
Can't relate. I've got 3
Yeah,
heavy,
you do.
dense
Yeah.
subjects, so that's just normal.
I'm a STEM student, so
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think if I'd have realised how much writing geography was, I would have reconsidered even taking it. I'm not
Really?
even going to lie. No.
Oh my god.
It's-
Whereas I'm like
I
writing all
can't.
the way.
No. So, I mean, but I don't want to be all like, oh, greater than thou and like show off. But I did actually, I found those exams went really, really well.
That's
like,
good
with
then.
geography.
You
And
should
I'm
praise yourself.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
like
hype
play this
yourself
back
up.
to me when I get anything below an A, and I'm gonna be upset.
There's nothing wrong with a B. I'm gonna keep saying that.
No.
And you're not gonna listen to me,
No,
but
no, but I actually had a dream after the geography exam. I had a dream that they gave us the wrong paper, and then that's why the questions were. I thought they were quite easy.
I liked all of them except for regeneration.
The regeneration was not great,
Made me want to
but
cry.
I managed it. And I was like, oh, that was actually okay. And I had a dream that they gave us the wrong paper. And then they gave us...
Oh, we had to redo it.
Yeah, then we had to resit a paper, but the paper that we resat had like a 20 marker on like glacial upland landscapes or something.
Oh, no.
And it was really bad. So I'm happy that didn't happen.
Oh no.
And I mean... I just hope I haven't jinxed it for myself, but I guess the proof will be in the pudding, as they say. These exams have reminded me that I'm capable of working hard and responsibly. And I've done my best, so there's
nothing else you can do.
There's not much more I can ask for, really.
Yeah. How did it go for you, well?
I feel like the last thing Lana said was I just completely agree with, and I feel it like exactly the same. Like it's kind of sometimes it's hard to kind of believe it, but I did do my best.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm capable of actually doing them. Like, even though, like, in the lead up to exams, I always feel so pessimistic. Like, it's going to go really, really badly. But, you know, now that it's over, I feel a bit more optimistic about it. Even though essay-based subjects are my weak spot. And I've always struggled with those. So I was very nervous about sociology, but I think I put the most energy into that because it was my weak spot. So I think it went well. So, yeah.
That's good then.
Yeah.
But I think the hardest thing about exams is finding what works for you in terms of revision and how to manage time effectively and what you put your priorities in. And to be honest, I've tried so many different types of revision. Nothing seemed to stick until the set of the exams, but for me it's now always a 4-step process. It's mind maps out of the content, and then I make flashcards, usually on Quizlet, and then I do like active recall. I've using whiteboards loads recently, don't know why, and then usually past practice exam questions if I can brace myself, because I did look at an English one and was like, I'm going to fail. But yeah, and it just gives you a taste of what you can expect in a real thing, so it isn't as daunting. You can learn techniques and stuff. But what are your guys' exam techniques? And if you're not entirely set on one, what are you wanting to try?
So I'm not entirely set on
Yeah.
it, and I'm probably not the best person to ask about this because, like, I'm just kind of all over the place. Like, I just use lots of different methods, and there's not really throughout sixth form up until now at least. There's not really been a specific one that's worked. But saying that, I have found one recently where I like write a certain topic on paper and then fold it in half, and I have to remember it and make it more concise.
Yeah.
So then I remember like the key words and how it all
And then you can
fits
expand
together.
from there.
And I think that's actually really worked, especially for sociology.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But I have accepted that Lana's going to put that to shame with her.
Yeah, here we
wealth of
go.
advice.
So, Lana.
So I love flashcards so much. Like,
Okay.
I love flashcards. I will stand by flashcards forever. But my thing with flashcards is that there is a certain way to write flashcards.
Okay.
I use Anki, which it's similar to Quizlet, but
Okay.
So you write flashcards and it will give you kind of like review dates for each of your flashcards. So every morning you might have like 30 flashcards to do, and then it will schedule them so you get all your flashcards done and you don't forget them. So the ones that you're finding harder you'll have more often, the ones that you're finding easier you'll see that again in 3 months, and those kinds of things. And it is amazing. I swear by it so much. I use it for all of my subjects. I think me and Earl looked earlier. I've got, is it 2,000?
Yeah, you've got 2,000 cards.
Yeah, I've got 2,000 flashcards.
2,000?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, if it works for you.
It does. And I mean, if anyone ever wants any help with like how to make flashcards, you know where to find me. Like, please.
Flashcard queen.
I love flashcards. And I think that trying to keep the whole minimum information thing is really helpful. I always see, like, sometimes people write like a whole paragraph on a flashcard, and I think you're not going to remember that. Like, write as little as possible, and even if it means taking one paragraph and breaking it up into 10 flashcards, like, it's fine. That's really okay. I think that's good, actually, to have as many as possible. And I also like to do, as Sophie was saying with active recall, I like to make flashcards that are like fill in the blank. So instead of doing what is the capital of the UK, I would write blank is the capital of the UK, and then fill in the answer on the back. And
so you change it up the questions.
And then just doing that and having to make the sentence in my head, I'm remembering the content in the same kind of format that I would think about it in an exam.
Yeah.
Because in an exam, I'm not going to be asking myself, well, what is this? I'm going to be saying, this is blah, 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 blah. And then if I memorise a flashcard, I can just write it down.
Perfect.
And I find like that really drills stuff into my head, how I need to know it.
Yeah, I like it. Well, if anyone needs any flashcard help, we know who to go to. But I feel like exams can be a very stressful time, and I'm not going to lie, I do sometimes neglect like self-care during exams, and I feel drained and exhausted when the last one's over and I don't have to think about revision or exams anymore. But for me, I just want to find the perfect balance between work, schoolwork, social life, revision, and like altering it during times of exams, holiday, just finding the balance. But I always have my go-to methods to wind down and relax, and for me it's been Gilmore Girls recently. I finished all of it within like 3 weeks and I've been obsessed. And as we're entering autumn, my favourite thing is grabbing myself my favourite coffee, probably a mocha or a vanilla latte, and put my favourite candle on and watching a few episodes, or baking good banana bread or a crumble.
I love a bit of banana bread.
Yeah. So what do you guys do to unwind and relax after hard work of an exam?
Okay, so I'm not going to say knit because I have there's more to me, I swear. So over the summer, I got back into a game I used to play all the time in high school called Stardew Valley. It's like a cute pixely farming simulator.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Like, it's really satisfying. Like, you have a cute little farm and you can like plant crops and different crops in different seasons, and then you can fertilise them and you water them, and then you can pick them, and then you can sell all your crops, and then I don't know. I like that a lot.
If it's your method,
I love it. It's just the game. I know I'm not making it sound very interesting, but it's adorable. The music is just heavenly, and the whole game has such a like unique charm to it. It makes me feel really kind of comforted and relaxed and like chilled, because it's such a low stress kind of thing. Like, I like to imagine sometimes if I'm really stressed about schoolwork, I just think about me on my little farm, Stardew Valley with the cute little piano music playing, and I just feel a lot better.
It sounds therapeutic.
It does. Therapeutic. And then I've also I've started drinking coffee again, which is a slippery slope.
Nah, join us.
Join us. So I only drink black coffee.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But I like the pick me up. It's quite nice.
That's
it's
a
good.
big pick me up.
That's
a train hit.
The problem is, because it's warm and because it's getting so cold now, and because of like energy bills and stuff, like nowhere's really heated.
Coffee.
So so I'm coming home at like 6 o'clock and making a coffee.
Yeah.
I'm like, why can't I sleep?
I wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember.
Maybe it's a coffee I had half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Coffee? What coffee?
Yeah, never. So what's your go-to for
So you two have talked about coffee, and again, I'm just going to kind of repeat what you've said.
Yeah.
Because you've all kind of said it so eloquently, but I love having a hot drink, especially in winter. I mean, obviously it's not winter, but it's getting towards the mid. It does.
It
feel
might
like
as well be
doesn't it?
winter.
Yeah, it might as well be. I mean, I would expect it to start snowing by now, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just getting so cold and
Come
wintry.
on, Robert.
Yeah,
Start snowing.
come on. So yeah, just sitting on the sofa with
Nice.
a cup of tea or a hot chocolate. I try not to have a coffee in at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea, Lana.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
I know
Hot
best.
chocolate, sure.
No.
Yeah, but for me, one of the best pick-me-ups after exams is a feeling of coziness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something that I just wouldn't be able to live without coziness. I mean, like, it's a
the
very
comfort.
abstract concept, but
Yeah.
But apart from that, I love talking to people after exam. Like, I can't just not. To be
I
honest.
don't like talking about the exam, but
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah,
you talk about the
exactly.
exam and I'm like, oh my god, I should have done this, I should have done that.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
talking just about random nonsense
Yeah.
is perfect.
You should have seen after the maths exam, we all kind of conjugated in the cafe and we were screaming to each other, like, did you do the trig question?
Oh no.
Did you get the trig? I didn't
Did you get the proof?
Did you get the proof? I couldn't do the proof or the trig. I found that helped. But then for some other people, I did see a group of people kind of sitting outside and they were like actively trying to not talk about maths and just have like a nice
That
chat.
was me.
Which, yeah.
Yeah, but I've always been guilty of stressing during exams, whether it be before, during, or after. I used to worry about after exam, overthink everything I did, what I could have done differently, but I failed to see how damaging it was. And now I've adopted that if I've done my absolute best and I've worked the hardest I could have during it, then whatever I get, I'll be proud of. And as we are in year 13, I think I was more stressed because of the thought of what I want to do after year 13, applying and getting the grades. And for me, I've always been set on university, ever since I was probably about 6. But after doing a lot of researching and knowing that I definitely want to go in journalism, that is my dream goal, I've actually been fascinated by an apprenticeship, of course, in journalism.
Yeah.
But it's so early to say I want to do that. But I think just looking at it and working, I've looked into contacts and people, and they've always said experience is more valued. And I've seen apprenticeships for NCTJ, which is a qualification they want if you want to be a journalist. So I think for me, definitely, it's going to be apprenticeship driven for me rather than university. But I know it's early now, but what do you two feel as if would be your dream direction after sixth form?
I don't particularly know what I'm going to do 20 years after.
No, neither.
Or my whole life path. I haven't got that all planned out. I know some people have, but I'm not one of those people. Unfortunately. But what I would say is that I'm pretty done in after 13 or 14 years straight in education.
Same.
It's just kind of... I'm just ready to have a break.
Yeah.
So I'm
Gap
going to
year?
take a gap year. I'm going to take a gap year.
Nice.
And if I can get my act together and get enough money saved or whatever, then I'd like to go to Germany.
Oh, love it. I'd love to travel. I think that's another thing why journalism has been so an interest for me, because I can travel, especially that's why I took geography as well, so I could go into travel journalism, or I could go to a country where a volcano is erupting. I'd love to do that. Just be by the side of a volcano with a microphone.
Pyroclastic flow.
Hello, I'm here. And it's beware of the ash cloud. What ash cloud? I'm fine. But no,
really fast.
yeah, exactly. I'm pyroclastic flow, very fast. Mud flows, run. I don't think I'm going to be able to outrun one of them anytime soon. Let's be honest. What would you say, Lana?
I want to go straight to university,
Of course.
and just like Earl, I want to study computer science.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, no, I can't relate.
I'm really eager to surround myself with people who share my passion. I think that's just a big motivation for me.
I think if you're with people who love the
Yeah.
same thing as you, then it helps.
And Earl and I were actually having a conversation earlier about how we both want to do computer science, and it's interesting that the podcast consists of two out of the 3 people in our year group that want to do computer science.
I'm sorry, the third person should have been here, then it would
Yeah.
have been perfect. Kick me out, I'm gone.
I belong here. And my dream university would definitely be the University of Nottingham. Because
Nice.
for a very, very long time, I've idolised a researcher there, Dr. Mike Pound, and I would love to learn from him. And I went to visit on an open day, and the whole department is just kind of oozing like passion
and enthusiasm,
and I just loved it. I think it would be the perfect place for me.
You'd fit in there straight away.
Yeah.
I've decided that these exams are just proving the motivation to just drive and reach my goal. Like for me, I just think like 8-hour revision is now closer to being a journalist. It's a different way of looking at it, but it works. So to look forward to the next year, for me, I'm excited about obviously making more memories with my friends, exploring, going for drives in my new car, which I'm nervous and excited about what's to come next in sixth form. But it's just to continue to drive towards my dream. But for you two, what are you excited and nervous about in the new year, and what are you going to embrace?
I mean, I want to try and prioritise making some like nice memories this year.
Yeah.
Making some nice memories with my friends, because I tend to like go a little bit too hard on the work.
No,
and
never.
I don't want to spend my entire last year of education buried in a textbook. I think I can settle for like 80% textbook. But
that's still a lot.
No, but like I want to have something to remember school by, because especially for high school I don't really have any good memories at that time. It was really not a good time, and I'm really happy at CNS and I want to make a lot of memories and do a lot so I can remember my time here.
Exactly, yeah.
So things like the podcast and working on Exia, I'm so excited for the publication to come out.
I'm excited.
I'm really proud of. I've written 2
I'm gonna be like
articles.
I'm gonna be like Lord Sugar trying to sell those magazines. I'll be like, everyone buy one.
Yeah.
Buy one, get one free.
No.
No, don't get one free.
No deals.
Because of my time in high school not being that great, I'm actually would really like to have some kind of involvement with some kids in younger years. I don't know exactly what, maybe to help out in some classes or an assembly or something.
Well, I had to read the articles of the younger years today in the editor meeting. I read an article about Star Wars from a year 7 student.
That's really
It was
sweet.
adorable. And someone else wrote one about deja vu, which is really interesting.
Whoa.
And then like another one was just reading it, like to show how obviously your writing style develops over the year. It was just so cute to see like the younger years.
I found when I was in lower school that people would kind of like look down on lower school kids and just think, oh, you're in high school, you're like very patronising, and I want to
change it.
Yeah. Like, I know that sadly a lot of people at CNS will be as unhappy as I was when I was in high school, and I'd love to be able to, even just for one person,
change it
and give them like something nice going on in
That's
school.
lovely, yeah. It's really nice. What would you say, Elle?
So, especially since the start of year 13, I've just got to know so many more people better than I have been. Obviously, like I'd like met everyone in year 12, but like it's only really since like the end of year 12 and the start of year 13 that I've got to know them.
Yeah, definitely.
That I've got to kind of know them better. So I think that my mental health is good enough now that I can start like actually devoting more energy into like those
people.
experiences with friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to focus on.
Yeah, but for me, my final thought to take away from start of year 13 is just break new barriers, try new things, and don't say no, because you never know what you could have missed. Because for me, recently, I've just lived with this mindset of if I don't ask, I never know. I've just asked, and if I say no, then fair enough, but you never know what you could have missed. And I just want to embrace every opportunity and take year 13. It's just another adventure. It might be a hard one, there might be a few breakdowns along the way, but we'll get back up and we'll be fine. But if you two could sum up your drive for year 13, what would it be?
Well, I'm never one to just say like put up and shut up, like sip up a lip and all that.
Yeah.
But this year I'm just going to try and not dwell on everything too much, because like
it can be damaging sometimes.
Yeah, especially with like this pressure and stress and everything.
Exactly.
So I think I'm going to try and just not think about it and just get on with it and get things done. And hopefully we'll be able to carry that through until the end.
We'll be fine. We'll
yeah,
be fine.
We'll do it.
We'll get through together.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll do it.
What would you say, Lana?
Well, I wasn't entirely sure originally what I'm going to take with me into year 13. And then I don't know if it was the first day back or on the Friday, we had an assembly, and Mr. Moss said that as this is our last year in education, we should really try and embrace all of the opportunities that are around us, because we are in a situation now where we are free to try out loads of different things.
Yeah.
And when you're an adult, or once you've left high school, you don't have those chances anymore. And so I'd like to maybe just try like one more thing and just see, even if it doesn't stick, just have a go at something just for the experience. And Sophie is right in saying we don't know what we're missing if we don't go for it.
Exactly. So just to sum it up, basically, we're just going to keep going and hope for the best, we'll be fine. And for Lana, it's just keep saying yes.
Yeah.
Because why not? And obviously, thank you again, guys, for listening to the first episode back of Year 13. And I'm so excited to continue to explore the power of our voice and living in our seems to be ever-changing society around us. And don't forget to join us next time for more laughs, confusion, chaos, and empowerment for all.